was briefly nerve-wracking going live because I was messing around slightly with my Streamlabs setup. As you see, I gave myself a border because I felt like streaming with a better webcam, I felt weird without a border. I felt like it was easier when my webcam was generally darker because I kind of just blended in with my surroundings. But then having a webcam that looks better, I felt like I needed this. I needed to be put back into a little box, you guys. I just needed a small box. Also, hello, ladies. I am technically 30 minutes late, but also I mostly started on time of the time I said. So I'm not counting it as being late. I'm counting it on being normal amount of on time. I am in the piss box. I did make it yellow for no reason. Nothing to do with piss, personally. So I did the quest. I did it. This is literally last stream. I was talking about how quests in this game are good because they never really require you to like enemy grind. They kind of just naturally happen. I think in theory this quest could have happened naturally if when I was in this part of the ducts, if I had, like, exclusively killed enemies with tools, and if I had, like, really tried to kill them. I feel like when I was going through this part of ducts, because I hated the enemies, I was trying to avoid killing them and to just get through them. So in theory, I feel like this is actually a quest that tells you, oh, the enemies in ducts, you're finding them hard? Kill them with tools. Set them on fire. Throw knives at them. But like, because in the moment you're frightened and you just want to progress, I feel like you don't end up doing that naturally. So yeah, I took about half an hour on my lunch break to just go and do this. And I liked it in theory. I liked that I didn't have any guidance on what tools to use. I started off with things that did fire, and that worked. I had a bit of an experiment with the best way to do skewered. Skewered I found hard, but I eventually found that the sting shard worked. So it wasn't too bad in the end, but it was also just like, yeah, this is the first quest. The first quest. Fucking hell. I hate that you guys did this to me with mixing up quest and quest. This is the first quest where basically I benched. I did enemies through to this bench. I benched. I went back. Is your wife dead?
Now what's so mount about that Fae?
Yes, Mount Fae. I've heard that Mount Fae could also be called Mount Play because of how we are going to be playing there. Mount Slay because of how much fun it is to be there. And then also Mount Fae because that's the name of the mountain. That's just what they called it. Briefcase is a little farmy, but honestly it took you like 5 minutes. You just killed the corridor to the right of the hallway home.
Hollow Knight. SILKSONG? More like Hobo Fight.
Hobo
Milk
Fight,
Gong.
Milk Gong. Ooh, Milk Gong sounds horrible. What, like just a big old gong full of milk? So when you hit it, it doesn't make a gong noise, it just makes like a wet sloshing noise. I don't know about that one, Corvus. I don't know. Most of the time I can get behind what you're saying, but this one I'm feeling a bit of a disconnect. Also, hello Johan, I hope nothing bad happened to you between those two messages that caused you to have to separate them like that. Broofies definitely took me longer than 5 minutes. I felt like I was doing really shit, but like, I actively struggled to get into this room because of the one fucking fly I hate. I felt like I still, even though my tools in theory should be doing like as much fucking damage as possible, I still felt like I was really struggling. Best place to do the quest in the Memoriam? This leads on to a question that I now have. I kind of assumed I had to do this in Putrefied Ducks. Can you do this anywhere? Can you do this quest literally anywhere? You just have to kill anything? I wish I'd known that. I kind of would have gone somewhere else. I wouldn't have picked this room. pick a corridor and farm. I would have done this corridor in Songclave. I feel so safe and so seen in this corridor of Songclave. Why the fuck did I make it my mission to specifically do this in ducts? Flint slate, saw blades, and long pin. I used pin pillow, saw blades, long pin. Long pin, I actually did a combo of long pin and sting shard because that was the best way to get hits in. The gong is a big plastic note load. Oh, well that would make a good gong sound. That's a gong on a budget. I respect that. Did we just get it upgraded? We did! I got a new webcam for my birthday. So I look like I've seen the sunlight now. My hair is brown instead of just like dark brown. I was duct maxing and putrefied pilled. I certainly was. And it was miserable. I had a bad time. It wasn't that bad. I would have stopped, but it was the first time where I was like, this is a lot of effort for a lot of nothing. Speaking of, let's hand them in. I haven't actually handed them in. I wanted to save this. You have them, Spider. The smell is upon you, all those organs, rich prepared for feasting. All of these organs came from diseased creatures, but I don't think this creature cares that much. At least you probably did the journal entries, because I still haven't. Even then, I actually don't know if I did. I'll check in a minute, I'm curious. You've done well, Spider. Upon these fine meats, my children with gorge and grow. Yeah, on poisoned meats. And better the organs of others than they feed upon your own, yes? One should not be surprised for the spider to perceive the truth of my requests. A child of one like you, many times I've seen it similar. They'll be born hungry with sharp tooth and claw. In their birth craze, your own meat would delight as much as another bug's. The meat is distraction, in hope to save your shell. This is yucky. Is that shameful? A mother who would not sacrifice herself for her child to grow strong? Oh, she's so based. She's so based. Is it wrong to want to witness their first flight, their first hunt, to see them kill and grow? She just wants to grow up with her kids. This is beautiful. The miracle of childbirth. Your choice is your own, tall mother. You won't be judged for me. I've seen enough sacrifice. I've no love for the act. Yeah. I didn't enjoy killing all those other bugs, though. Long claw increases the range of needle attacks. Oh, interesting. I really didn't expect to get a tool like this. Okay, so my attack currently kind of goes about the middle of that thing in the background. Yeah, okay, that is better, I guess. I just feel like it'll throw me off. I'll equip it for now, just for funsies, but like, I feel like it was the same in Hollow Knight. Anything that increased or decreased my range really confused me. Now let's check the journal. I've actually done quite good with this journal, I have to say. Where are they? Yeah, so I have that. And I have that. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. I went crazy on this journal. I could probably get away with... I could probably do this journal. Something like that'll be a bit annoying, but... Otherwise, it's not terrible. This is very doable. Interesting. You look like Robert Pattinson from Twilight? Because of the shade of brown? Or because of my whole demeanor? I think me and Robert Pattinson are nothing alike. He's a terrible man. Sorry, I'm going in hard on this opinion. I actually have no take on Robert Pattinson from Twilight. I was a Twilight enjoyer back in the day. Never to like a significant enough degree. When I was a Twilight enjoyer, I was too young to really just have any emotions other than, oh, movie silly. But I used to really like Twilight. When I was 11, we had a day where we could take a book into school to read, and we could like, it was like a reading morning where you could just read your book. And I specifically took in the last Twilight book. That was a fun bring. And I mainly did it because it was a really big book, and I was like, everyone's gonna think I'm so smart for reading this massive book. Maxing has actually become part of my vocabulary. And what's wrong with that? You're maxing. And I don't see any problem with that. Longcore and Wanderers sometimes using the Flea Brew, ungodly speedy hits. That does sound pretty fun, admittedly. I don't know. I guess that's actually the first time that it feels like there's a synergy going on. Not the first time, but like, that's a synergistic synergy if I've ever seen one. Oh, you freaks. I actually hate this place so much. It sucks. It's bad. Longclaw and Wanderers. Oh yeah, shit. I guess Longclaw and Wanderers just kind of makes Wanderers like just good. Just unquestionably quite good. If you're using Wanderers, you don't use Longclaw. You wish it was a yellow tool, 'cause it's not
As
good enough
opposed
just
to
by
all those
a blue slot.
anti-synergistic synergies.
Yeah, the synergies that aren't very synergistic. You know what I'm talking about. Like, let me think of an example. Like combining Memory Crystal with with I don't know. You caught me in a lie, Toxic. How dare you catch me in this lie? You're never supposed to call me out. You're supposed to just assume that everything I'm saying is full truth and facts and nod and go, yes, Mello, of course, Mello. Why would you do this to me? Mello's a known liar? What are you talking about? This isn't a thing we know. You're all making this up. I have to say. Okay, based on what I'm going to be doing here, I actually don't think I should have these specific things. I want spool extender. That's all. You do not know what Twilight is? People have opinions, that's all I know. You could watch Twilight for the first time? That's crazy. I wish that were me. Oh, oops. I don't know why that didn't work. I can explore here in general now. That's so fun. Twilight was good. Twilight's good. Twilight's very enjoyable. It's good slop, you know? Ooh! We all have that slop we care for. This is so much easier with double jump and not being freezing cold. I say that. I'm still struggling. This is so good. So good and nice. Based on piss? That's what I presume you're talking about. Well, it's been known to lie on occasion. Oh, and I guess we'd all know something about lying, seeing as we're telling ourselves that I lie, which is itself a lie, because I would never do that. I would never lie, you guys. What a horrible thing to imply I've ever done. Has been Mellow Mania Focus M. What is CC? What is happening? Don't CC me. There will be no emails happening for the next 2 hours, okay? I'm not kidding. You better not send an email while I'm streaming. I'll be so mad. You won't even know what hit you. No, you will. It'll be me. You'll know. You'll know with surprising clarity. Right, now let's go find that flea. Let's go find that flea. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't go over there. That's a bad idea. We're down to about 4 brain cells now in chat. That's 3 more than you guys need. Just share 1. I promise, you don't need more than that. I promise. Okay. Die. I think I just need to head over here. Oh my god, with spool extender, I feel unbelievably blessed. Oh! I feel full of spool, is how I feel. Truly. Also, I did just see on-screen celebration. What is the emote that we would like? Piss. I'm assuming piss. I always kind of assume piss until proven guilty. Until proven otherwise. I hope you do want piss because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do piss. There you go. Enjoy. Also, saying I'm just thinking about forcing Miller to put on 1,000 hours into Final Fantasy XIV. I have literally never put that many hours into a game. I think even streaming, I don't think I've collectively put 1,000 hours into video games. There's no way. Turning up at a house and holding a hostage? You don't know where I live. I don't think. Maybe you do. Speaking of lies, I finished my second read of House of Leaves. It made me feel so insane. I felt kind of ill. Was it better reading a book like that on a second read through? Because on one hand, you're not piecing together the mystery for the first time. But on the other hand, there's probably stuff that you don't pick up on the first time round that you get to enjoy. I'm not used to Zero Fringe. Finally, it's like some vampire discovered a way to come out sunlight. The Zero Fringe, the hair that looks faintly orange, and the overall better lighting are crazy. It's mainly because, so straight up, I would like to have a fringe. I miss my fringe, but it started growing out, and I just haven't been to the hairdressers. So I do have a fringe. It's just like, it's so silly. It's like it goes way past my eye. It goes completely past my eye. But it's also still present enough that it kind of gets in the way. So I have to pin it up. Like a fool. Like an idiot. Anyway. Let's go look for that flea. Of course he's up here. That bastard. Oh my god, he's frozen! Oh! They froze him to death, you guys. Isn't that fucked up? Isn't that just so fucked? Okay, well that was pretty easy in the end. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm just gonna quit back to the bench because I can't be bothered to have to travel and traverse. Also, you put something scary in stream chat? Let me have a look. I love to be afraid. Sorry, I'm gonna have to open up Discord. I had closed Discord. That is pretty scary. I'm looking at those numbers. Toxic 2106.9. Am I correct in thinking that that number is 2106.9 hours in Final Fantasy XIV? I guess when it's a game that, like, exists over lots of time, that's probably pretty easy to do. I'm gonna go this way. Well. I want to see how this way I can go. Oh, the answer was not very... Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going back to the slab. I got things in the slab to do. Things to do, things to see, doors to open, people to see. Okay, that wasn't too bad. God, Mount Faye is so nice when you're not freezing to death. What a friendly, lovely place. Compared to the slab, which obviously we all hate. Okay, let's go with, what do I think would be helpful? Honestly, maybe just a memory crystal. I love memory crystal. Second read was incredibly rewarding. I felt like I understood stuff as much as you can understand things in there, and you found so many more codes and connections that you've managed to get your own feelings about the narrative solid. Hey, that's cool. I definitely feel like it's the kind of book that requires at minimum 2 reads, potentially even 3. But I think that's really interesting when you can, you know, replay or reread or rewatch something and get more, like, get different things, not even more, just different things out of it. Okay. Let's see what's in here. I'm very frightened. Personally. I'm frightened that the answer might be horrible, terrible things. Why does this look like it's gonna collapse? Heretic. Yeah, I can use the key. That's the number of hours you spent on Final Fantasy 14. Come to the dark side with me. I'm tempted to give it a go, but equally toxic. There's something terrifying about you trying to get me into a game that you have over 2,000 hours in. Like, that's scary. That's a lot of time. Do you know that? I already spend too much time playing and thinking about this game. Ow, okay. And I'm doing badly. Ooh. Why is this like Sands of Carrick? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The answer is because I'm above Sands of Carrick and I completely forgot. Like an idiot. I forgot my place in this world. Weaver Effigy. Oh, it's so pretty. I love when I'm on the outskirts. Just look at the design in the background. When the Twilight movies came out, you were still with your ex, and we decided to name our future baby Renesmee. Seems so lame. The craze back when it was crazy for Twilight. Also, Renesmee, just in general, being a horrible, terrible, no good name. I think it's really funny to be like, yeah, that name's so nice. That name's so good. Yeah, see, I don't even remember it firsthand, really. I just remember, like, I guess 2007 or whatever. I just remember that my mum was really into Twilight. And that I think it was something we watched. I think, oh my god, I think for, like, the final Twilight movie, me and some friends went to see that for my birthday. It was like, oh my god, how old would I have been? When did Breaking Dawn Part 2 release? Breaking Dawn Part 2 released, okay, it says November 2012 in the US, so I'm assuming it must have released January 2013 in the UK. So for my 12th birthday, Blue Green remembers that? Blue Green was there. Blue Green was there for my 12th birthday Twilight extravaganza. That's what we called it. Ow. That's what we all called it. Surprised how many hours you managed to get in some games. I'm increasingly surprised how many hours I have in this. Like, especially now that I've started other saves. And I don't even feel like slightly emotionally done. Ooh, look, they kind of move when you hit them. Isn't that nice? Oh, this looks like such an arena. Hold on. The horror in the book still hits, like actually feeling sick with anxiety through some sections. It's amazing when horror gets to hit, even when you know. I don't know, I feel like a lot of horror loses its horror when you know the twist. Okay, that wasn't an arena, there were just two little bastards. Snitchfly. Oh, yeah. I remember them. Also, thank you, Toxic, for voting for SILKSONG. I'm kind of playing something else at the minute, but maybe I'll consider playing SILKSONG when I'm having to decide my next game. I might think about it, but I can't guarantee is all I'm saying. This is crazy. Oh. Does that go anywhere else? I'm already so lost and dazed and confused. No, okay, that I don't think goes anywhere. Imagine playing SILKSONG. Don't even make me think about it. I don't even want to think about it, really. I've kind of got other things on my mind. You know, I can only really think about one game at once. And it's this game that I'm thinking of. Not SILKSONG. Okay, yeah, that's just this room. There's gotta be something I'm missing here. Can you do an impression of a flea? Oh, 100%. Ow! Sorry, that wasn't great. Ow! It's like I'm trying to capture the energy of it, you know? You've got to pronounce the W. Ow! Yeah, that might be my best one. Maybe not. Maybe that's all there is. Maybe that's all there ever was. I might go back up and bench. Oh wait, there's this as well. I think I found the prison coffers, you guys. Cough, cough. I see that up there. I don't know if I can go up there though. House of Leaves is very much existential and cosmic horror, so it doesn't end really. I don't think I've ever really read much horror. I can't even, the closest I think I've ever read to horror is there's one scene in one of the Skullduggery Pleasant books that I read when I was like 12, where there's like an evil house or something. And clearly I don't remember that very well, so. Oh yeah, this is just to go back and bench. Ow! I think we should all go ow. Go ow right now. And if you don't, I will hear you. I can hear you. And I can tell when you're not saying ow. And I find it very disappointing. Ah! Oh, I can use the chest for a boost? Hell yeah. Good idea. I also haven't gone that way. Ah, whatever. I'm going to ignore you. I don't care about you. I don't know if I want to go over here, actually. I don't like how dark it is. I don't know what I thought was going to happen. But yeah, I thought it was worth a try. Me trying to get Miller to play games I like. Okay, so this one is gambling. This one you have 2,000 hours in. And this one I can't tell you anything about. It's my favorite. That one's probably the best bet. That's Outer Wilds, right? I probably will play Outer Wilds. Oh my god, what have I found? Oh my god, what have I found? Penitent, first of the first, guilty of the sin of apostasy. Penance by constriction, absolution denied. Oh my god, guys, this is so the horrors. This is unbelievably the horrors. Why would I free this? Seems completely fine. Yeah, normally it's a good thing in these games when there's like a sealed thing. Okay. Enter? Shut up. Literally, what am I even looking at right now? Half spawn of a distant land. Within this cage I have waited. Let my strength be bound to yours. Reclaim the future of our accursed kingdom. Oh no. Oh no. Fucking hell! What am I looking at? What is happening? like I'm going insane. What was happening? Oh my god. Oh my god, and it acts as if it's like a dream boss. This is crazy. Hold on. Okay, I feel like this is the kind of fight I could cheese the shit out of with tools. This feels so fucking Hollow Knight, like, pure vessel coded. Which explains why my body is completely tensed up and my shoulders are in pain. So let me catch up. Going back to Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is Toxic's favorite game, and it's such a spoiler game. It has no replay value, so I have to convince people to play it while also not telling them anything about it. I get it. It's one of those games where you've done it and you had that experience, and you unfortunately can't erase it from your brain, so the only way you get to relive it is by having other people also have the same experience. I feel that. That's how I feel about a couple of games that I can think of. I feel like I'm shivering. That was insane. Welcome to Trash's favorite boss in the whole game. I can see why you like this. And by that I don't mean because I think it's really good immediately. I can see why you like it because it's like, I feel like I'm having a stroke playing that. You don't think you ever felt more joy playing a game than when you were fighting First Sinner? This is, I remember you talking about FS. I remember Corvus mentioning an FS. It drains your tools. Okay, so this is one where I need to behave like... I need to treat this like one where I practice without tools. Needle only is the way to go. It felt incredible. This boss is nowhere near hard enough. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's how I'm gonna feel. Okay, I'll give it another go, but there's actually a part of me that's really tempted to like go do something else. Not because I don't think it's fun. Ooh. Okay. Ah! Fucking hell. Shit, that was crazy. I tried to heal, but I took a really bad time. I'm tempted to quit to bench because I feel like I could do with other tools, but also I think it's so nice that this is a fight that like kills the shit out of you, but also retries are so quick. When you replay this game, it'll be a chance to do this again. This is crazy. Okay. I am petrified about the concept of a second phase. You know what would be really good for this? I feel like parry could be really good. Why does it feel like they're healing? She might be able to bind. Shut up. she's evil. And I think she's also really cool. Shit! Okay. How are you reading chat in the middle of this? Only slightly. Only slightly. I have just like a faint concern that if she binds, I might as well not even bother. Okay. Fuck! Okay, that was going pretty well. Oh my god. Remember when I was saying last stream there was a boss you got spoiled for and you thought it'd be impossible? When you got to it, it felt super intuitive. It was this. I kind of get it. Even that first attempt, I felt like I was losing my fucking marbles. But it's kind of it's kind of fun. I definitely want to change my I can't be bothered to go back. I definitely want to change my tools though. I have a vision. Firstly, I think parry would be fantastic, and I also kind of want to get rid of the extra spool because I feel like it's oh shit. Okay, I forgot about the fact that it would do that. Well, I guess I have to go back. There's another boss your partner saw you fight and was like at her. She's cool. This game's actually full of like just the coolest bug women. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. I'm glad I didn't get spoiled for this. Although I do think there's a chance I've seen the name floating around somewhere, but I definitely didn't have any idea of what kind of boss it was. Alongside Green Prince lays Phantom Chakra. Good taste, good taste. Okay, first of all, taking off tools. Weave Light is crucial for what I feel like I'm doing here. I might even put Weave Light on there. Other blue tools. Warding Bell could honestly be really good. Maybe even Fractured Mask. Just to give me a bit more safety. This is what you're warning about. It's basically Widow 2. It's crazy though, because like I feel like I'm enjoying this so much more, but also I don't know if I've seen like if it's like Widow and actually all I've done so far is phase 1, I'm kind of concerned. Yeah, Memory Crystal is my friend. Are there any other yellow tools that I might want to use here? Not really. And then are there any red tools that I could use? Again, kind of not really. Okay, this feels like a good loadout for what I'm trying to achieve. You felt this boss's speed is deceptive in that they move around much faster, so than you are required to move around. Yeah, I kind of get that. Especially if I use Clawline, I feel like actually I can take it pretty slow. Tax or Cogflies would be good, yeah. Of course the chest there isn't to give me money. Of course it's to get me to the boss. That makes perfect sense, really. I didn't really like Widow, but I did enjoy First Sinner. I think that's the name of this boss. I've already forgotten. Yeah, I didn't like Widow. But also, I recently replayed Widow and I enjoyed it a lot more on a replay, so I don't know what it was. The first time round, Widow just kind of sucks. Okay. 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 Shit. Okay, just gonna heal there, I think. Ah! Oh my god, she just like straight up chases after you. Shit, that was going slightly worse. It's only a little bit of a heal. It's mainly to just keep you being aggressive. Yeah, because otherwise I do feel like this would be not easy, but it's like, I feel like I have to do it at a certain speed because otherwise she'll just heal herself. Okay. More of an indifference, that's valid. I was full of hate. Woo! Ah! Oh, I was gonna do parry, wasn't I? Shit. Fucking hell. Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, I kind of wanna go put parry on. I feel like I would enjoy using parry. I feel like I would have fun. And that's what video games are all about at the end of the day, having fun. So I'm gonna do the have fun. I'm gonna have the fun. It's crazy. It definitely makes me feel very adrenalized doing this boss fight. But I am enjoying it. I definitely am enjoying it. I feel like Clawline is really helping. It feels like somehow if Widow and Silk Mother got combined. Did I already have cross stitch active? I think I already did have cross stitch active. That's really embarrassing. Her horizontal run across the screen is probably a good heal window. Yeah, agreed. The only downside actually with going fucking insane on Clawline is that it kind of stops me from being able to heal. So it could actually be really helpful to have the tool that gives me a bit more like silk, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I like it this way. First sin is all the weird noises she makes like you're fighting her. Yeah, in fairness, I would lock her up for that. That sounds reasonable to me. That's too much of a crime for me to tolerate. Now I just have to remember the button for the parry. I think it's RB, but I don't really remember. Okay. Shit. Okay. Ah, okay, this is a really bad way to play it, I think, actually. Okay. Shit. Did I do it? No, no way. Nope. What am I even looking at right now? Fucking hell. This is crazy! Trash. When you said that this wasn't hard enough for you, are you sure? Cedric goes a half step real time. It really does. That's horrible. I'm terrified. Oh my god. Maybe I hate it. Maybe it's like Widow all over again. Oh, oops. Oh my god. Okay, I barely even tried there. Something about knowing there's a second phase, which is like really hard, makes me just want to like fucking hurry it up. Widow did the fake out second phase. Yeah, she did. She did. Feels very similar to Widow because of that. But I guess that makes sense. I feel like I'm fighting a Weaver. Okay. I need to learn. Why did I dash into that? Oh my god, why am I making the worst choices of my life right now? That was bad! Crazy. Your wife was doing the Soul Master and she fully put the controller down after he dies. I just watched it happen. Wow, I get that. I feel like I've been there with boss fights. If they feel, I think it's cruel to let you feel like they're over. Because sometimes after you've done a boss fight, you want to put the controller down and take a break. And I can't imagine not being allowed to do that. Ah! Okay, gonna heal there, actually. Ah, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, too much was happening there. Too much was happening. On one hand, I'm enjoying it. On the other hand, I don't think I expected... Like, it feels like I should have obviously expected to be potentially doing a boss fight today. But it's like, it's going against... My vague plans were that it was going to be a bit more of a chill explore and then I was going to progress into Act 3. But I like this game. It's okay if I have to do something several times. That just means the game takes longer to finish. And the longer it takes to finish, the more I get to play it. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god, I was barely, like, even trying there. Clearly. I think it's just like, I'm getting horrible Widow flashbacks, actually. And I'm annoyed that I'm getting them. Because like I say, I went back and did Widow and I enjoyed it the second time round. I don't know why. Okay. Shit. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna heal. Okay. Okay. She is insane. Okay, healing. Ah! I ran into that like an idiot. Okay, gonna heal. Oh, that was a terrible heal. Not great, not great. This fight suits Wanderer, so I was vibing. Yeah, I get that. You kind of have to be close to her anyway. I feel like I'm losing my mind! This is why I said I'd be really curious how you feel about her. It's really weird, because like, I feel like if it was just phase 1, I would love it. But I think I'm really, like, I think I just feel the same way about it as I did Widow, where it's like, it's actually really frustrating to know that there's a more difficult phase 2. Because it means I just want to get to the difficult phase, you know? Because that's the one that I need, like, to try. Saying that, that went better. She's crazy. Shit. Okay. Okay, healing. Shit. That was definitely my fastest phase 1 yet. Let's see how this goes. Okay. That was going okay as well. Fucking hell. Like I say, it hurts my heart. God, maybe parry isn't good because, like, the second I really struggle with stuff like this to be able to do multiple buttons. So if I'm using clawline a lot, which maybe I need to stop using clawline to try and use parry. But I have to use silk for parry. Everything uses silk, you guys. It's crazy. No, using parry's a bad idea. Using parry's bad because I'm not even actually doing it. Okay. Okay, let's try just staying in one place. Let's see how that works. It's not going great, I have to admit. Oh my god, that sucked. I find most bosses are like this. Once you figure out their attacks, it's generally fine. One that I found... Wait, hold on. I feel like First Sinner is one of the many Hollow Knight Silksong bosses that you struggle with. Once it finally clicks, you wonder why it was so hard. Yeah, and I guess I did feel that way about Widow. Widow took me, like, 2 separate streams and maybe upwards of 20 attempts. But then I recently started another save, just trying to, like, make progress as fast as I can. And I did Widow first try and didn't even find it that hard. But it's like, in the moment, this feels like I will never beat this. It feels like I will literally never be able to do it. And it's that feeling in the moment sucks a little bit. Because I think sometimes I find a boss difficult, but I feel like, oh, I'm gonna get this eventually. But then there are some I do, like this and like Widow, where even though I know it's not true, it feels like I will throw myself at this wall for the rest of my life and nothing will ever change. One that you found a bit more, one that required a bit more than that was Pure Vessel, because you think their attacks are kind of simple, but also they're kind of the fastest fight in the whole game to the point that you've played so far. So it wasn't the attacks, but the speed of everything. Once you get the speed down, I think they're fine. Yeah, and I guess something like this is so... This is similar, where it's just so fast. You only use needle damage in this fight, just focused on double jump to dodge, dash, getting close. I just feel like when I dash, I physically can't get to her in time. So I can't even imagine doing this with a shorter range of Wanderers. Maybe I need to use the long range tool, straight up. Still haven't managed to beat Pure Vessel, but I haven't dedicated a ton of time to trying either. I can't even beat the Pantheon Scott, so do not worry. I've kind of accepted that I'll never even try beating Pure Vessel, which is kind of a shame, but like, I just don't have it in me. Because I actually do think that what I've seen of Pure Vessel I think moves at a speed that would kind of match this game. But actually, as the Knight, especially going from this game back to Hollow Knight, the Knight feels very, very slow. Bring back the old webcam power. The power of being, like, slightly cloaked in shadows. Whew, okay. I just feel like I have to use Clawline. Like, I truly can't picture this without Clawline. Oh shit, I dodged the wrong way. Not even punished for it though. That's pretty cool. Ah! She did those back to back? That's illegal. Shit. Straight up, it should be illegal. Okay, let me heal. Let's heal. Cool. Healing. Shit. Shit. I fucked myself over there. Fuck! That was going so well. Weirdly, that one felt better. Oh. This fight is hell for Reapers. Yeah, I can only imagine. I actually can only imagine. I feel like I've got good hit speed and good range with Hunters, though. Actually, the only thing I am finding is, like, there's a couple of attacks where it'd be really nice to have a direct down pogo. And having only the angled one... I feel like I'm not allowed to say it because of how much I love Hunters, but maybe it's not great. Getting consistent at pogoing Pure Vessels Triple Slash was life-changing. Yeah, that's another thing. The more I think about it, I don't think I ever pogoed in Hollow Knight. Like, straight up. I don't think I ever did it. Also, hello Curie, how are you doing? Yeah, welcome to First Sinner party. First Sinner, she's cool. But she's kind of kicking my ass. I'm kind of beginning to see how this fight would work claw lineless, but it's like kind of insane. Let me try not using it. Nobody look at me! Nobody look! I told you nobody look at me. Don't tell me there's a phase. Don't tell me there's a phase 3. Or is that it? Okay, I don't think there's a phase 3, but I'm still not 100% sure. Oh my god, an achievement, heretic defeat. Maybe that was really fun. Maybe that was really fun, actually, but also I felt insane. I feel like... I'm sorry, I just missed so much in chat, but also I feel like that is perhaps the most insane I've ever felt in my life, and maybe I get it now. God, Clawline was not helping me. Clawline was making my life generally worse. Oh, ghost spiders. God, it's very interesting doing this, like, blind. Where am I going? Where am I going? That was so fun in the end. Okay, wait, where am I going? Oh wait, I get it. Oops. I fell into the void. I thought you were doing alright with Clawline, but healing was definitely more useful in that last go. Oh yeah, 100%. I think that was the issue. Clawline was doing a lot of damage, but I was just burning through Silk way too much. I'm so good at platforming in the dark. It's actually my #1 skill. Oh my god, this is so raw. Ugh, horror. Have you ever wondered how the Weavers got so powerful? I guess because the big silk spear in the sky injected them with power. She called his daughters, called us divine. She lied. Found this silk skill, Rune Rage. Press RB, weave runes of blazing silk upon enemies. That's gonna be interesting to give a try. I'm like shaking. I'm probably just cold. Okay, so, okay. Someone's gonna need to explain that to me. No, you're not. You're also not gonna have to explain that to me. So, is the implication that Silk Mother injected spiders with silk and it made them... Grandmother Silk injected spiders with silk and it made the spiders get really weird and powerful. But then she also, like, basically enslaved them? Silk Mother. She's Grandmother Silk, GMS. Why do I keep calling her Silk Mother? I guess it's because she's mothering. I guess it's because she mothered a little too close to the sun. Also, let me catch up with chat. I missed a lot there. Could you tell I was, like, really locked in? Could you tell? More Curie hours tomorrow because COTL wants me to stream every day. COTL. Course of the Liar. Ooh, mysterious. What did she do? What was the sin? She ate some shellfish. To be fair, that is pretty fucked up. Leave those things in the sea. Bugs are just a little quirky in what they will and will not tolerate from each other. Yeah, like most forms of bug murder are okay, but you can't kill fish or seafood. That was really fun in the end, but also I truly do not think that if you put that fight in front of me again, I would be able to do it. Like, I think part of that was locking in, and it was a combo of locking in, finally understanding it, and then also pure luck There were definitely a couple times where the magnetite dice prevented me from taking damage that could have fucking killed me to shit. But that felt really fun. I was having a blast. Now we know what the sin was. Do we? Do we know what the sin was? My media comprehension skills are legitimately so bad, you guys. I'm gonna need some help out here. Close to the sun. We don't like the sun here. We only like the moon. 1000% I can tell you we're in it. I felt it. I felt it in my heart. I feel like I should be able to break through this wall, you know? But I guess not. Yeah, no, I just want a bench. I can't say more today, but have the greatest fun. Thank you for stopping by, Kiri. Sorry that the entirety of the time that you were here, I was doing a boss fight that I had to really lock in for, and therefore was basically absent. She raised the Weavers as daughters from base bugs, and First Sinner was the first to realize and doubt the divinity of the Weavers, prompting the whole situation. You know what? Fair enough. Maybe I did. I got the vibes of that. But thank you for putting it into very clear words. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to go into that room. I want to go up here because we have another spot that we can use the key. I also just straight up didn't go in this room, did I? Penitent 8th of the 12th. Guilty of the sin of irreverence, penance by chaining, absolution granted after death. 2nd of the 4th. Guilty of the sin of dissonance, penance by silencing, absolution granted after death. 4th of the 4th, guilty of the sins of infirmity, sickness, penance by swallowing, absolution granted after death. 12th of the 1st, guilty of an unnamed sin, penance by casting, absolution not granted. Fascinating. Okay. I wish there was a way to quick scroll the journal, especially when I insist on doing things like that and fucking up. I'm assuming that she's going to be at the very bottom. Yeah, there she is. Ancient weaver, condemned for a transgression lost to time. This one's husk held a masterful talent to weave silk into blazing runes. Throughout my life, I've seen runes woven for such task. Was she the first to hone such skills? Fascinating. God, this whole bottom bit of lore is just the best. And then also there's the flea. The sin was crossing paths with Mello, of course. Yeah, stay away from me, or bad things will happen. Jail will happen. Jail for you. Shut up, there's a whole other thing. How many things are there in this game? How many silks are there in this song? How many songs are there in this silk? Memory locket. Oh, nice. It's about time. Treats in your DMs. Let me get to the end of this area and then I cannot wait. Oh! I see. Silencing one is the guy in the cage upstairs because he can't sing. Poor guy. He just wanted to sing to his heart's content. And they're stopping him. They're taking away the things he loves. How does Rune Rage work? That's so cool. That's really good. It has a bit of a load in, but I mean, I like it. I definitely like it. Mothering too close to the sun is actually quite apt if we consider the sun from the first game. She was definitely a little bit too mother, if you ask me. Sometimes you can mother a bit too much. And she did in fact do that. She did in fact. Which one mixed fabrics? That one was Hornet. Her cloak is made out of both an unnamed fabric and the feathers. How dare she? That monster. Yeah, go on. Okay, actually, yeah, let's check. Let me check my treats. Okay. I'm currently looking at, oh my god, it's so, okay, I'm currently looking at a couple clips of Trash doing First Sinner, but using Wanderers. It's very interesting. I feel like... Is the first clip like... Oh, damn. There's actually... I feel like that's the thing about this fight. There are actually quite a few good spots to heal. And actually, you don't have to move crazy to be able to hit her. You just kind of need to hit her a couple times when you get to her. And actually, when she's healing is a good time to heal. To heal or attack her. Either of those, honestly. These are good attempts. God damn. Do not mother Max. You should never... do not take the mother pill. Things will happen. Dreadful, horrible things. Oh my god, speaking of dreadful, horrible things. Oh god, oh god. Oh my god, is this like platforming? Ah! No. Okay, I actually don't think this is platforming. I think I'm fine. Wander's the best. Maybe I should play with Wanderer sometime. I just like... It just doesn't feel like me, you guys. It just doesn't feel like who I am. Okay, I do actually think I have to do some platforming. Specifically here, I think. Wait, okay, that was going okay. That was actually kind of fun. I was having a good time. I probably should have better prepared myself for this. Like, that wasn't great, was it? Okay, I think I need to wait for it to go. Ah, shit. Okay. I have a feeling I'm gonna die in this room. Everyone needs to learn to live with that. I'm gonna send several. I feel like I need backups. Having backups might actually screw me. Oh. I'm gonna be the worst person. There's just a couple things. I just don't want to die, you guys. I just really like being alive. Can anyone disagree with me on that one? Please don't. Being alive's great. I promise. Okay, first of all, I don't want Warding Bell. What I do want is multi-binder. And actually, I'm going to do the multi-binder injector band combo. That feels like bad for the world, but good for me. And then, yeah, let's go do that room. It was fun, but also like, what the hell, you know? But I get it, mostly. Okay. And then it's gonna come up. Do not take the mother pill. Oh my god, I had it and then I freaked myself out. I did that to myself. Speaking of sins, I committed the sin of, hubris. I was gonna say, like, adultery, because I thought that might be more funny, but it wasn't, so I didn't say it. I just thought it might be funny to like imply I was gonna say like a relevant sin and then not even slightly do that, but no, I workshopped it in my own head and it just didn't seem like the correct thing to do. Oh my god, what is happening to me? I am failing and flopping right now, for real. I just need to maybe claw line them from the get-go. What you really need to do is look up architect or bees. You make a good point. Just something with like a better pogo. Shut up! I've actually been so good with using hunters to pogo as well until specifically right now when I decided to have a complete and utter lapse in my brain. Okay, no, I'm cool. Ah! Hold on, I think I can do this. Okay, this time I am gonna send a couple because I want a backup. Okay. I was aware, I just wasn't using it to its fullest. Oh my god, okay. That was it as well. That was the whole room. It was literally the last hurdle that I just couldn't do. Crazy. Okay. Well, hopefully that's everything in this bit because I don't want to accidentally miss out. Woo! That was kind of fun though. Overall. Like in the grand scheme of things. Is that everything in Slab? I mean, ignoring a potential host of hidden secrets, I think that might be everything. Well, goddamn. I guess this means I'm done with that. Also, I feel silly in retrospect, being like, oh, this is the going back to Mount Faye stream, because like that's not even slightly what happened. Okay, actually it might just be easier for me to leave this way. I did like the tiniest crumb of Mount Faye and then I gave up. So crazy now that you've done 5 out of 10 of your top 10 bosses. More than anything, it's crazy that like I feel like I've done so many bosses in this game. Not only how is it that there are at least 5 left, but also how are they the best ones? Wild. Okay, I'm just gonna go this way. I'm just gonna go to a Ventrica. Oh. Oh, wait! Oh my god. Oh my god, my friend! Hold on, I want to chat. I'm gonna let my friend deal with the enemies so that we can talk. Oh no, we can't talk. I guess they're just helping me out. That's fine, I appreciate it. The late game bosses are wonderful. It makes sense. It's a reward for actually playing the damn video game. Team Cherry are like, oh, you actually played the video game and didn't just like beeline to the boss? Thank you. We're gonna give you the good stuff now. I'm getting so lost and confused. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, it's decent. It's decent. It's decent. I forgot how gorgeous the music was in this area as well. Crazy. There's still so much game. I know, I haven't even gotten into Act 3. Wild. I've got like 70 hours gameplay now as well. Also, I'm gonna take a very quick break. I will be back.
Hello?
Okay, I'm back. I want to actually catch up, although I see a lot of discussion about Pokemon. 80 hours in ZA and you've done most stuff. You might get the DLC for that price tag. 80 hours and without the DLC. Honestly, if you enjoy that game and you have 80 hours without the DLC, I think you would get value out of the DLC. Saying that, the DLC, to me, as a person that hasn't played it, looks very repetitive and probably only fun if you really loved, like, the core gameplay of it. Blue Green's been having fun with the DLC, so if you're enjoying the game, I'd say go for it, but the pricing's rough. Yeah, basically, I think if you enjoy the game, you'll like the DLC. And I think you'll get, like, easily a lot of hours out of it. But from what I've seen, there might be a lot of repetitive hours. You like ZA, stuff is fun when you don't listen to people on Twitter. Or me, when I'm like, it's a little repetitive. That's just because, like, I don't know, no Pokemon game has ever successfully got me yet. One day they will, I'm sure they will. But who knows? Final boss is Trash's number 2 spot. Crazy. crazy that the final boss isn't number 1, but also very impressive to be in the top 3. Because I think in retrospect, my favorite boss from Hollow Knight is Grim. So I guess maybe it's a similar situation with this game. It feels like final boss difficulty, definitely. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe we'll end up with another me doing Radiance for a billion hours of my life. Let's go back to memory and honestly, reserve mind. Why not? Why not? There's a bunch in each you like more and like less. For example, the exploration was more interesting in Arceus, but you like the quest and combat more in ZA. I think that's fair. From what I've seen, the core like gameplay of ZA looks more fun. But something about like the world of Arceus, from what I played of it, which wasn't much, was more engaging to me immediately. Internet discourse on ZA was weird because of course you should expect the game to be good, but people act like the game actually entered there with a gun and attacked them. How do you know it didn't, Johan? What happens between a person and Pokemon Legends ZA in private? Who can say? It's a very personal thing. I can neither confirm nor deny what Pokemon Legends ZA did to me. I love, by the way, that that bird animation triggers in that direction just when you run here, like no matter what. Considering you get into a fugue state when playing games, you'll probably vibe with the repetitive nature. Yeah, you probably will. Honestly, I really do think that if you enjoy the main gameplay, you'll enjoy the DLC. I think if you're the kind of person like me that looked at the main gameplay and went, not for me, the DLC is like, what if you just had to do that over and over again? And it's like, huh? Why? Hello?
That's fine.
Madame, I return seeking power to aid the construction of a trap at request of your sibling residing atop the citadel. Aye, Hunter, so you managed to rouse the old fool. I've known it coming, felt it, and glad I am. Rest of my family spent far too long huddled and glum, or dead, not me. I'd always been thinking it a waste to just take what's coming when her up top wakes. Better to fight for freedom or go out in a blaze. Oh, that was easy. It's not a surprise it's you rallying us to action, Hunter. You have the sense about you, a bug bringing change and all. I think it's so silly and cute that the first person you meet you have to return to for this. Of course, you're more than just a bug, ain't you? More than a weaver. I guess it takes someone like you for my family to dare hope at success. Go and prove our trust now, won't you? We've spent our lifetimes wishing for another path. With a bit of luck, you might grant it. It's not a... okay. Hermit Soul and Snare Seeker. See, I'm not so sure about those. Especially because I feel like there are probably side characters that are related to this that I should remember that I just straight up do not. Favorite Pokemon game is still Pokemon Snap. You love it so much. I've never played it. My favorite is probably Pokemon Rumble. From, I'm presuming, a similar level of like, I don't know, nostalgic attachment. Caretaker said Snare Setter was in the largest of the weave nests. I guess the largest is Atla. I probably shouldn't have come back here then. Although speaking of, I have 3 memory lockets at the minute. I'm not sure if I want to do anything with them. You've only played a bit of the Switch Pokemon Snap and Blue Green Switch, but you loved it. The fun of Pokemon to me is looking at the silly creatures. Yeah, I think that's why I've been enjoying like TCG Pocket more than I think I've enjoyed any other Pokemon game. Because then it really is. It's just silly creatures 24/7. How am I for mask shots? I'm 1 off another mask upgrade, which is pretty nice. It's nice to feel close. I will say I was pleasantly surprised by how fun Not Paris was to explore, even though it feels small in a lot of ways. Yeah, actually, it did seem like a fun world in the end. Especially considering that it did not look that way, I think, on first reveal. I think because I liked what I played of Legends Arceus, I was kind of like a little dissatisfied with the initial trailers for ZA. And I still think I wouldn't have enjoyed it, but I think it's a good game. There we go. Eva, I'm seeking a tool told to be somewhere in this structure. Does a snare device of Weaver make you know it? I may, lady. Search over from here on side where the moss meets in the nest. There my mothers built their tools, all traps and bindings. Small things, but test for larger forms. I still remember their thoughts as they worked, their desperation and their hunger, another hopeless attempt to wrest their freedom. All ended in failure. Okay. That gives me the vibe that it's maybe somewhere in the grassier side. But maybe somewhere I could have only... Maybe somewhere I can only get to with double jump. Because as far as I'm aware, it's double jump and claw line that I've gained since being here last. But I also feel like I don't remember seeing anything. Maybe, I'm sure there's something I missed. There's inevitably something massive that I missed. Okay. It's not up there, even though that looks like a jump. Even though that looks vaguely like I could break it, it's not that. Is it here? No, again, that's just where the light peeks through. Trying to remember what mask charge you were missing, because the Act 2 max is 9. And how many have I got? I've got 4, 8. I have 8, okay. So there's literally one I'm missing. I could do with checking, like, a map at some point to maybe try and figure it out. I just don't see how I could have missed it, like, the first time round. I feel like I explored pretty thoroughly. But clearly I can't have. Okay, maybe it wasn't down in this bit. Maybe it was higher up. That's where I will go next. Okay. You haven't played Snap 2 until your brother-in-law visited with his wife and daughter, and we kind of just played both games together as vibes. That does sound nice. The original Snap and Snap 2 Electric Boogaloo. Which is, of course, its official name. Okay. Ah! Why is this thing gonna kill me? Embarrassing. Anyway. Very embarrassing. Check out the stream chat for your ZA player character and one of the outfits you like. Let me have a look. I do think the fashion in ZA looks very fun. Hey, that's so fun! I love that, like, knitted jumper. That's crazy. God, that in real life, please. And the matching hat, delightful. Because I remember there was a spool there. have I missed? I have a feeling it's probably just something slightly more obvious in her description of where it is that I've just like, that I'm just being stupid about. You find a master shard might be involved. That would make sense. It's crazy, but I do think in the end I didn't really explore vaults as much as I probably should have. I might just go talk to Eva again. Because I am really struggling. I don't want to cheat and ask. But also, I feel like I must be missing something pretty big. Because she's not telling me again. Oh no, she only tells me once and I didn't really process what she said. I would take a hint. Because if I wasn't streaming this, this would probably be the point that I would at least Google what she said. It's in the vicinity of where I got the spool fragment. Interesting. Have you used all of the consumables you've got? I haven't. So I've got, I have 3. I have 3 of them left. And I could use them 2 for Beast and 2 for Architect. So there's 1 that I would be missing. But I'm also kind of holding on to them at the minute. Find a set breakable ceiling. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I guess it was there. How was I missing that? That was so obvious the second time round. Crazy. I got all the spools. It's hard to tell visually. But I definitely have a lot of spools. I'm definitely rich in the spool department. That was so obvious. How did I miss that? Crazy. Oh, it fills in once you do. Okay, does that mean I could get all spools in Act 1? I'm pretty impressed by the outfits and hair colors, although I wish they had more hairstyles. Yeah. The variety seems pretty good, but not perfect for Legend ZA. But at the very minimum, it definitely feels like they tried. Which is appreciable. I needed that heal for real. Okay, the last thing left is the Hermit's Soul. Which I actually think I know where I'm going for that. The only other character that's been described as a hermit is the Bellheart Hermit. I do this every time I want to go to Bellheart. I just immediately click Greymoor. Like a fool. There we go. Yeah, so, okay, so I have all of the crests that I'm aware I can get in Act 2. And I'm missing 1 memory locket that would fill up for those. I think he's, if I just beeline left. So the slave comes seeking. I've heard it, wishing on a world cut free, yes? Along with my nephew up there. Sounds he's sunk as simple as you. Will you not provide your aid, Bug? This trap he plans requires power, and I suspect you're hoarding more than most. Oh no, I'll give it, not in the hope you'll succeed. In that there's a slim chance. I give just to see that restless energy unleashed. So much soul found and formed, generations of it all going to waste. Better it's given a chance to blaze. It's so interesting, actually, that it's soul components that are being used to this. Interesting. I think you can get all spools in Act 2, but there's only one I can think you're probably missing. I would like to do pretty much everything I can in Act 2 before I move on. Like, I'm not against looking up final locations of spools and stuff. Obviously it's difficult because we can look it up, but I have no way of knowing what I can't really remember what I've already got before. If anyone wants the apparently real scoop on a bunch of Gen 10 details, let me know before I spoil some things. I would be interested. Probably. No clue where the locket is you're missing. I had to look those up. And you think you looked up your last spool fragments? That's valid. Respectfully, I think I'm gonna do the same right now. So I wanna get a Whispering Vaults map. Okay, so I've got one that shows where everything is. Oh, did you see the thing I said you can get locked out of in Greymore? What was that? Hold on. There is a thing you can get locked out of if you progress to Act 3. There's Rite of Bellheart in the Moorwing Arena. Okay, let's go do that before I explore too much. Okay, so Grand Bellway. Gen 10 we know the region is based on and some mechanics they'll have. I'm curious, is there anyone here who would not like Gen 10 spoilers? That landed in a very scary way, but anyway. Scared you're gonna speak to Caretaker and regress like that? No. Don't you worry, no. I am not. I'm not planning on doing that. I might progress to Act 3 this stream, but like, I can actually see a world where I don't. Because what? It's 10:30 now? We're probably approaching the point where I should end stream. Hello? Hornet-wielding needle. With my master's passing, I have resolved to improve my skills that in time I may match her prime. No, don't tell me I get to fight Chakra. Don't tell me. Much work I must do to achieve that goal. I have found this wide bare stone fine ground on which to train. Would you spar with me? Raise that blade and test my range. You may prove my greatest challenge yet. She's going to kill me. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's crazy. Oh my god, she actually killed me. You did this fight yesterday, you missed it completely first playthrough. Do I get to give it another go, or did she kill me? Oh my god. This feels harder than first thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate this. She's so fast. Did they fix Rune Rage so it actually hits enemies? Who knows? So... yeah, I don't think I can hit her physically with my hands. Maybe I'm gonna cheese this as well. She's so fast. Okay, so... Ooh, okay, anyway, we're cooking with this bad boy. We're cooking with cogflies. And what else are we gonna do? Jesus, I mean... Gun? Maybe I use my own rings against her. I just don't even think the rings are that good. I might just do tacks. Okay. Yeah, let's cheat. Let's cheat a little. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't even tell what's happening. Fucking insane. Fucking insane. Maybe I can't do this. Like, for real. Hell, even when cheesing. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. How did they make this so evil? I don't even know what I'm doing. Do I need to just like, maybe I try something new. Maybe I try just like staying still and seeing what happens. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just don't even, I like just can't even process what's happening. Maybe it would be fine to get locked out of this. Am I crazy or is this just not very fun? I'm just having the classic, like, I'm struggling crash out. I'm aware of that. I'm aware that this is just the crash out that I have once I find a thing difficult. But also it's like, I'm bored. I'm bored. I don't want to do this. Okay. Where even is she? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a bonus Gen 2 entry that has no weight. Ugh. It's no consequences if you miss it. It would be nice, but also... like... even if I just burn through... Okay, okay. Let's give it one more go. Poison. And... what else can I do? What else can I do? Maybe parry. Right, let's see how that goes. I'm just gonna spam the shit out of it, I guess. I'm gonna give it one more go, maybe two more, like this. But then I'm gonna give up. It just feels really unsatisfying in this game to give up, but also I feel like I'm going insane and I hate this. Ah. I'd leave Wispfire on. I just straight up don't think I can survive long enough. Although equally, I'm not getting a parry in. That is crazy. Oh, Gen 10. Indonesian islands, apparently called Wind Waves, brings diving back, open world, and lots of focus on sea exploration with free roaming Pokemon. That sounds delightful. That sounds very nice. Honestly, Memory Crystal is good. Yeah, that might straight up just be it. Okay. Let's give it a go. One more try, but then I'm giving up. She's busted. She's, in fact, too busted. Insane. Insane. Put a bunch of tax down, maybe? That's another shout. That's another shout. She's just barely on the ground. I know she does the run attack. But it's like, I don't even know how close I am to beating her with that. I think I'm gonna give up. Two minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Whispering Vaults, and I'm just gonna have a quick look to see if the thing that I missed is in there, like the mask shard. Because that would be a nice treat. That would be very nice. I don't know if I'm too nostalgic, but I feel like the shit from 2D 3D Pokemon was kind of what lost me. Yeah, it's I kind of feel that But I didn't actually play that much. Oh, I didn't actually play that much of 2D Pokemon. I just don't know if they're actually good enough at creating a 3D world to make it worth it. Like, it kind of feels like Pokemon is only 3D the way it is because that's what they have to do, you know? And actually, they don't have to. They could make a 2D game. It could be 2D, you guys. That's allowed. I don't see how I could have missed this mask shard if this is the one. But maybe it is. I love that this guy is just reading until you kill him. He's just having a little read. It feels like they only just worked out how to have an art style again since the 3D move. It also feels like with Legends ZA, they've only just worked out how to have gameplay. Gameplay that would be 3D. Oh my god. Hey, if I ever said, I fucking love Clawline. I think Clawline is so good. Agreed. Yeah, I just think Pokemon games could and potentially should be 2D. Oh. I see. I see. I should say, I have pulled up a guide. I didn't just figure that out, like, at all. There we go. Not a guide, but I had a picture showing where, the mask shard is. There we go. I can't believe I missed that. That's crazy. Yay! Okay, there's potentially other spool fragments, but it's like, it's hard to tell exactly how many I've missed. It could be so many. Ooh. I didn't need to do that anyway. Okay, I think I have to go this way as well. Oh, whatever. Whatever. I don't even care about you. Okay. It is crazy how hidden that, like, path is. I like how much of an actual sequel to X and Y ZA feels. We'll never get an X and Y remake now, but it's worth it to have some closure on a lot of plot stuff from that game. Black and White needs its due now. Yeah, I would happily have, like, some sort of Black and White sequel game. I remember loving Black and White. I think it's probably the one Pokemon game that I got, like, really into. I just don't really remember any of it. I wonder where those spool pieces are. I'm presuming that I'm only missing 2, because I think if I found 2 spool pieces, that would probably... that would make sense. That would probably take me to, like, double the amount of spool. It's the mental shift from feeling less like fantastical monster things to Pokemon just kind of looking like fellas. They just kind of stand around. In Gen 6, all the Pokemon look ridiculous, and I don't think they've got much better since then. From what I've seen. And with how open world Pokemon is, everything goes even further in that. Yeah, it's kind of weird because, like, on one hand, I think some of the more recent designs are really silly and goofy in a way that I enjoy. But also, I kind of get it that, like, they felt like fantastical monsters. And like, I don't know, more recently they just feel like just little objects that are just always in the world. And they're the only thing anyone ever talks about in the games, you know? One of them is White Warp, no clue where the other one is, but I will say it might be fun to have a little explore in Act 3 to still have side stuff to do. Okay, so if I do this, I'm committing to not doing the chakra fight, but I need to just be happy with that. The only reason it makes me upset is because it feels crazy difficult, it's optional, and it's like, I don't want to do it. But it does feel shit to give up in this game. It feels really ass to be like, that was hard, I'm not gonna do it. Especially knowing that it's like, I'm never gonna do it. But I also straight up don't know how to deal with her. She's kind of insane. Sir, I have the items requested. Craft me your trap that we may see these lands freed. You're not giving up, you're just training the chakra. She's crazy. I trained and it turned out she was a little too much. That's a nice way to think of it. That makes me feel better. Found it all, did you, Bellringer? Then join me and let's get to prepping. I'll be asking both your silken claws for the construction. Little cutscene. Delightful. The part's prepared, I'm heading up now to set the heavy thing. Even with the trap laid, best be guessing her on top won't go down simple. She sensed what's coming. That blade of yours is gonna have to do its work before this thing can snap. I'd expected and I'm ready. Set your snare, I shall attend shortly. Okay. New objective. Scale the citadel and ensnare its monarch in a deadly trap. All these marvelous healing supplies, surely they, at least, are some proof of the citadel's holy nature. That's all I've got with Sherma at the minute, I think. Black and White 2 really felt like the team was just doing whatever. Like, they kind of did shit and it worked, especially in 2. Yeah, I truly don't know what it was. I found it really fun. Maybe Rune Range, maybe? Bro, what do you mean I get a girlfriend in a Pokemon game? Yeah, that does feel unnatural, almost. Time for that grandmother's silk training to come in handy. I mean, yeah, let's fucking see if it does. Wish me luck. Why am I doing this? I'm doing the same thing I did last time. I'm trying to run there. I just need to travel to the Ventrica. Why am I so determined to always go the hard way? What do you mean I'm a movie actor where a character talks? Pokemon protagonists can talk. They can. They're people too. They're real. Every Pokemon protagonist is a real person. Black and White, they treated it as both a potential final game and a restart for the whole series. That's so interesting. I guess that explains why it felt so different. Hold on, I need to bench. This will probably get me killed. It's gonna be weird doing Grandmother Silk whilst not cursed. Because I did it cursed so many times in the end. To the point where, like, I feel so familiar with this run back, it's wild. Oh, hello. You come a long way, Bellringer. Granting wishes, saving bugs, even rousing my sullen family to act. The snare is set, our power bound along its thread. To your sight it may seem a crude thing, but there's fair strength to it, enough to quell a god. You and your family have done well, sir. I shall prove your faith in the meeting ahead. Bring your best, Bellringer. Call forth our great pearl god. cut her weak, then drive the beast down atop the snare. Contact made will stir the snare a light, but only your needle's song will awaken the spell in full. In that moment arrives, you'll see it clear. It better prompt me to do this, because I barely understand what I'm being asked to do right now. What is my favorite Pokemon? She's pretty good. My favorite is whatever this freak is. Garama. Okay, now's not the time, but it does. Shit. I didn't pick the best time to heal, but whatever. Okay. 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 Oh! She helped me! She wasn't dead! Whoa! Whoa, this is like a whole thing, huh? Wait. Oh no, is something worse taking her place? Not something worse. The threads are going up, not down. That's not good! That's bad! That was so fun though. I fucking love Grandmother Silk. I am so glad that I spent so fucking long doing cursed Grandmother Silk. I had to learn to do Grandmother Silk like basically hitless. And I feel like it's made me better at it. Grandmother's Silk is so fun. Cursed makes her so much better. Yeah, I mean, Cursed makes her more fun because of being more challenging, but still not in a way that feels like insane. But then going from doing the cursed version to doing like the version where I'm not cursed, it's wild. The difference is crazy. It just feels like a fun little game at that point. It feels like a fun little game that I'm playing. Ah, it is nice to relax in the cuts in the end credits. Is it going to give me a percentage now? I'd like to know. 67 hours. This game will never give me a percent completion. Ooh. Look at the background. You guys, what happened to my save? No. No. Did I fall all the way back down? No, okay. I just fell here. Get up. Get up, Queen. Your work is never done. You're never allowed to die. You have to live forever. Act 3. Abyss? Okay. Fun. Yippee. So I guess now I'm starting at the top. I'm gonna have to make my way back down. Oh, stop. I really wanted to end the stream, but also I can't do it. I have to keep going. New objective. Discover the fate of Farloom. Oh my god, everything's falling apart. Everything's more blue now. Wait, she's weakened again? Shit, it like stripped me of all of my tools. The random grandmother Silk screams. It's like she's still here with us, you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate this. I actually hate this so much. Oh my god, yeah, I guess I fell into the top of Cogwork Core. Yeah, this is where I got Conductor's melody, I remember. Queen, you can't pass out now. You have to keep going. This is wild. Oh my god, because of that, I can't see where I am on the map, obviously. Oop. Well, saw blades. Always saw blades. Oh my god, wait, you can see the, like, whatever the black silk is, you can see it in the background, like in the foreground. This is horrible. This is the worst thing they've ever done. Oh my god. It's only a little bit of void. A little bit of void never hurt anyone. I don't know, it kind of hurt me a lot in the first game. With respect. That really took you far too many attempts. I can see why. It's crazy. You don't even go in with full masks. You don't even have the luxury of all of your masks. At least he's still the same. That's nice. He'll never change. He's just like his father. Oh my god, it's just like the start! It like the beginning of the game, but again. Yeah, I know a thing I'm gonna fall into when I see it. Oh my god, this is crazy. My poor farming corridor. I loved that corridor. I'll never be able to farm again. Oh, thank you, this guy. Oh, wait. Is that Sherma in a different hat? How long was I asleep? Hoy, Red Maiden, 'tis a prayer answered to see you safely awake. Little Sherma, what has happened here? To our safe haven, our home. This is what's left after the giant breaking began. There was that terrible noise from above. Everything shook and fell apart, and the black threads sprung up from beneath. Many a poor pilgrim has already been lost to the destruction. You might have been too, if not for some fleeing pilgrim who found you fallen and carried you back to us. The black threads, I may understand their source. I must speak with the old caretaker. Do you know what has become of him? I see he's left you his garb. He charged me with looking after those remaining, said he had to confer with his family down below. Down below, then they have slunk away to hide in their ruined chapel. I must pay them a visit. Thank you, Sherma. Stay safe. Take care of your fellow pilgrims. Okay, well that's all blocked off now. Yeah, I was thinking that. The chapel down there. 'Tis now my charge to care for those who stay here, including yourself. If I can aid you in any way, please let me know. That's so nice, Sherma. Little does Sherma know I did this. At least the bench is fine. At least nobody hurt my bench. That's cool. Okay. Let's go to a little memory crystal and maybe fractured mask, because I'm scared. The quest icon? It looks a little bit like a shell? Unless I'm missing something else. What an insane way to start Act 3. Act 3 goes crazy. That was wild. That was wild. That was delightful. But also it's like, everything's worse now. I can't use the Ventrica. This pretty fundamentally changes the game, huh? Okay, well I can still farm you in my farming corridor. That's nice. Will he even give me rosaries though? Yeah, I guess he will. What's the point? We don't trade in rosaries anymore. I kind of just want to see... Okay, so a lot of places look the same. They just have like the void lines in the foreground or the background. Just pulsating, just real casual. This is so interesting. I feel like I get to explore pretty much everywhere all over again. Because I can't go in there either. Hello. What a calamity has befallen our holy citadel. I ain't never seen anything like it in my long life. Times like this, we must be sure to help each other. Dig deep, dear one. I'll be needing a lot of rosaries to survive what's coming. Oh, maybe I will actually string some rosaries up, because that's kind of a lot of rosaries that I now realize I have. And I know this isn't the most efficient way, but it's the most immediately available to me, and I don't want to lose them, just in case. That was a crazy start to Act 3. It's kind of insane. I can't keep playing. I can't. Who is singing? Oh my god, yeah, all of my friends! I have so many friends and they might all be dead. Okay, well at least this bastard's still alive. Good to know some things never change. And it's just the things that I hate. Those stay the same. I've never stood on there while that happens. It's funny that she just jumps around. Yeah, I love that the music hasn't actually changed. It's just the vibes are bad. I'm sorry, did he infect me with evil? Oh! That's cool. Oh my god, does fucking everyone? Void can eat your silk? I'd really rather it didn't, but I suppose that's not up to me now, and is it anymore? Is Trobio here? That's crazy. Oh, that's always been here. I don't know why I was like going crazy over the lift that's always been. I'm sure my bell friend is okay. No! Shut up! Shut up! This game is the best, and I actually fucking hate it. The first shrine one's broken though, isn't it? Oh, well. Oh, okay, well I'm glad I did that. What's going on at Terminus? This is crazy. I have so many friends to check on. Okay, it's like slightly more destroyed, but basically no change. Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. So it's closed off in all ways that matter. I literally just want to check in on everywhere. Which is such a bad idea. Oh my god. I keep expecting places not to be completely fucked, but it's also like, of course, everywhere Like, of course everywhere in the Citadel is fucked. Why did I do this? Can I leave? I don't want to do that. Why did I go in there? I was like, oh yeah, the insane enemy rush room. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back. This is why the game took so long. Hey, I never complained. I never said, why is it taking so long? Because I knew. I knew it was all for a reason. Okay. I just can't imagine, like, not completely doing Act 2 before moving on. People have theorized that essentially when Xbox said years ago it would be out in the next 12 months. That was true, and then they added Act 3. I believe that. I believe that they sat down and they said, oh, you know what would be so good? What if we have to, like, redesign every area because everything got destroyed? What then? Okay, so also, like, this diving bell in Deep Docks is like 100% the Abyss entrance, right? That's my belief in my heart and soul. Oh my god, there's so many places I have to go back to and check. That's crazy. And the way that it stops you, like, from using the bellway is delightful and delicious. Okay, that is actually where I'm going to end the stream, though. I can be reasonable. I've been live for 2.5 hours, which isn't that long, but also I started stream half an hour later, so this is a good point to stop. Who knows if Bellhot? I don't even want to think about it. My house! I have a house! It would be so like Team Cherry to make it so that you have to have a house to be able to get into Act 3. Like, you have to have been given the key. You've probably gotten attached to it. It would be so like Team Cherry to be like, yeah, that thing's broken now. That thing's gone. I do find it interesting they went back to Void as an idea again, though. Yeah, because, like, I'm sure that there are probably hints up to this point, maybe about Void, but it definitely just feels like... It definitely just feels like a twist so far. Big Void hours. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's interesting. I find it hard to express my very positive thoughts about Act 3 without spoilers. Hey, that's okay. I've got plenty of Act 3 to play. And I can't wait. I just think it's fucked up that the enemies do more damage. Okay. This is definitely a good point to end the stream, though. Having gotten into Act 3. And doing, I think, everything I could, other than probably the occasional tool that I probably missed, the occasional spool fragment that I missed, and the chakra fight, which I did. We trained, so I did that. That counts. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out today. I think I should be back probably next Monday. But it could go either way. I don't know exactly what days I'll be streaming next week, so I will post in my Discord as always. And until then, thank you all for hanging out. Sacrifice is the only thing you can no longer do. All the collectibles will still be there. Enemies are just a little harder. That's okay with me. I see what you mean now, actually, as well, about the fight in Deep Docks with saying that, like, enemies are harder if you do that in Act 3. I understand now what that means. It's great to meet you. So glad I see you beat First Sinner. Yeah, that was a milestone for me. that felt really good in the end. I felt really big and strong and brave and powerful. I just had to get through my, like, little wah-wah of, wah-wah, this is too hard, I'll never beat it. In the end, that was so fun. Chakra was bad, though. Yeah, that was just objectively bad because I couldn't beat it. But yeah, thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your week and the weekend when it comes. And until next time, XOXO. Go piss, girl.